What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the first episode in our coverage of Eagle Island. We're playing the alpha demo here today, and as you can tell, this game is up on Kickstarter, so if this ends up being something you think you'd like, you should definitely go check it out and support the developers. They're trying to get their game made right now. It's a beautiful little pixel art game where you get to chuck an owl. So any game that allows me to throw animals as a weapon, I think as a rule, that's the sort of stuff that I like to cover. And it's the kind of stuff that I find to be very fun. Oh, there's a farting mushroom down here. I've got to destroy him. And so anyways, this game is called Eagle Island. If you haven't heard of it, it's basically a platforming roguelite. I mean, it's got a lot of things going on. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes in the future. As of right now, the idea is developed where you've got a bird that you throw at your enemies. And when you throw that bird at your enemies, it combos. And the higher your combo is, the more treasure and stuff that you get. So for example, like, oh, that didn't work. But if you look up at the top left-hand corner of the screen, when I throw the owl, there's a little yellow circle. I'm sorry, a white circle. Why did I see that as yellow? Man, I don't know my colors right now. What is that? Ew, there's a goo pile on the edge of your lake. Your lake is disgusting. I don't want to swim in it. It's got goo piles. It looks like we got an enemy over here. But yeah, there's a little white disc in the top left-hand corner when I strike enemies with my owl that fills up and like reduces. If you hit enemies inside of that, you get a combo. The higher your combo is, the more treasure you get. And so it's a pretty sweet little mechanic. In addition, you've got like that sweet hang time in the air when you throw your bird. What is this? A compass. Reveal all unopened treasure chests on the map. Oh, cool. We'll put that into one of our slots right there. And so I know the first thing that jumped out at me when I started playing this game was the ridiculously awesome pixel art aesthetic. Like, I'm really in love with it. I think it's fantastic. I don't think we can actually swim down in water just yet. And if we can, I think our pompadour, I think what happened here, our pompadour is too buoyant. Sometimes your hairstyle is so fly that it simply cannot go underwater. It just can't do it. You can try, but it's going to resist you the whole way, and it's going to be like you have a buoy tied to your neck. It's just going to be very uncomfortable. So that was the starting room right there. Let's jump across to this side. I love the floatiness of the characters. But yeah, let's get back to the art style. That's the first thing that I noticed. I was running around on Twitter doing my normal rounds. That's actually where I find most of the games that I play, as I follow like 3 or 4 accounts that basically just promote the indie genre, and they just post screenshots from stuff all day, every day. And normally, as part of my workday, I'd spend about 45 minutes just on Twitter going back through the last day's worth of tweets, because I follow probably around 700 things that are all related to like the indie genre on YouTube and whatnot, like YouTubers, developers. I follow a lot of it, so I like to have my finger on the pulse of what's happening. And this game came up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. There we go. There's a combo. You see how it went ×2 up there? And our reward was that little blue gem right there. That blue gem, I'll show you what it does in a minute, but don't worry about it for right now. We don't have enough blue gem to make this matter. So if I can set up right here and then get him too, there's another blue gem that we can fill up. You might be asking yourself, pray tell, Splatter, what happens when you fill up that bar full of blue gems? Well, I'll show you in just a minute. I will show you. But yeah, I probably spend about 45 minutes to an hour of every workday just going through stuff on Twitter, just like looking at things on itch.io, looking at things on Twitter, trying to figure out what's hot and like what's kind of cooking from various developers. Oh, that's really gonna hurt. I almost messed that up. Trying to figure out what's hot and what's cooking from various... Oh, he got that one off before I did. I've only got 1 chunk of heart left. This is gonna be a little bit ugly if I can't land a 3-hit combo to get myself healed. Oh, never mind. We made it to a checkpoint, so that gave us some health. There we go. We'll fish out a little combo right there. Oh, our meter is full. So this mechanic right here, the meter doesn't actually have to be full. I was just holding out on you. I was just being a dickbag. The meter doesn't actually have to be full. Oh, we can get a big combo right here. There you go, that 4-hit combo. That was that good stuff that got us paid so we can live in the shade every day with our bird. Let's go ahead and smack him real quick. I was hoping he wasn't going to get his attack off, so that's good. If your bird hits a surface, there's actually like a cooldown before you can throw him again. But if your bird hits something that's strikeable that actually counts as a hit, you can combo with him, in case you're wondering how that works. So let's say that I throw him against the wall right here. I can't throw him again until he stops blinking and I get that little ringing noise. That kind of synaptic feedback is really, really good from the game. A lot of games don't do that, and it's an underrated feature. Games should tell players when things are happening via audio-visual cues. Like, that's a major thing that I notice with games as I play them on the internet every single day. Because this is what I do. I show off indie games and I try to have a little bit of fun with all of you guys. Every day when I take a look at indie games, it's obvious the ones that are missing those little pieces. Because that's such a fundamental part of what a game is. It's very easy to overlook kind of the sound design of the game. I love the fact that when I go to a different screen, a different tile, it doesn't make all the pickups disappear. So I'm going to show you what this does right here. Our bird has various elements that we can utilize. We have Firebird, which causes him to become a grenade, basically, where he explodes. We have Thunderbird. Thunderbird! Thunderbird has a penetrating quality. He goes through enemies. We also have Icebird, and I don't know what Icebird does, so we're about to find out. Icebird, what do you do? It looks like it just shatters stuff. So maybe there's a specific type of enemy that we've got to use Icebird against, but I don't know. I'm gonna put him back in default mode until I find like a real sweet, juicy target that I know I just have to. Are those like bunny slugs right there? Dude, there's a bunch of blugs up in here. Map. Oh, he revealed. Okay, so that reveals all unvisited areas. And then we can also discard those tiles. As we pick them up out of chests, we can throw them away if we feel like they're not something that we want to add to our talents. Let's jump over to this side. There's a floatiness to the character that I very much like. But yeah, as I was saying with Twitter, I saw this game, and the first thing that popped out to me was just the absolute gorgeous aesthetic. Like, I saw the game, and I was like, oh my god. And so I started digging around, and the game hadn't really been posted about anywhere, which was kind of sad to me, because this game looks really good. Like, sometimes you get a game that looks really good and then ends up not being good, but I watched a couple GIFs and I watched a couple of little just kind of promo videos and whatnot, and I was like, dude, how come nobody is talking about this right now? Maybe it's just because it's too early on in its development cycle, so nobody wants to hype themselves up just yet. Oh, shit. Bastard. Oh, got you, though. Got you, though. You don't know me like that weird little ground weasel thing. I don't know what you are, but you're throwing something at me. I'm going to assume it's poo. So, you know what? I do not respect creatures that throw poo at me. It looks like we've got, like, limited desert biome right here, and then we've also got ourselves another checkpoint on this side, which is pretty cool. I'm going to try and ace out a combo right there, and at this checkpoint, we should be able to get all of our health back. Very nice. But the pixel art aesthetic is what jumped out at me. It's so wonderfully colorful, and it's a little bit whimsical. At the same time, the game just looks like it's kind of the embodiment of fun, you know what I mean? Like, when you take a look at the things the game has going for it, the colorfulness of it adds to it in a way, just like it did with Spelunky. I remember when I first played Spelunky, I was like, oh my god, this game's so colorful, and like, it's just a joy to look at. This game is the exact same way, and while they don't have like a ton of tile sets in the game or anything like that just yet, you can tell that they're definitely on the mark as far as that design goes. The Phoenix tier, he drops a healing tier when your health is low. Ooh, that's fantastic. I want that right now. I can't speak to the breadth and the amount of items that are in the game right now. Oh, this is a temptation. Yep, there it is. Throw that out there, and then we'll get up to some big old combos. That'll give us all of our mana back. I'm going to call those manas because it's just easier for me to figure out. And I find that, like, I don't know, blueberry biscuits, they lack a certain branding. Like, I was going to call them blueberry biscuits. We got to pick up them blueberry biscuits. It looks like the money looks like macaroons, or it looks like some kind of fortune cookie. Dude, I love fortune cookies. Okay, I'm lukewarm on fortune cookies. I'm lying to you right now. I actually don't like fortune cookies that much. They're alright. They're alright. It's more of a Pavlovian thing, though. Have you ever noticed that? Like, when you go to a Chinese place, is that the same one that I just got? Will he drop 2 if I equip them both? Because that would be the shiznickety. Yeah, what was I talking about? Fortune cookies. Yep, fortune cookies. Fortune cookies, what I find with fortune cookies, what are we doing with this map right here? Like, what's going on? Like, what have we missed out on in this greater exchange? There's got to be somewhere that we ain't been so far. And it looks like that place is down and to the left over here. Actually, right underneath our feet. But yeah, I think it's Pavlovian. Like, after I finish eating Chinese food, I always expect to have a fortune cookie. And I don't even like fortune cookies that much. Like, they're okay. Like, they're not tasty or anything. They're just kind of like, yeah, you're supposed to have this after you have Chinese food. Another Phoenix tier. Alright, we'll just throw that one into the trash, unfortunately. It'd be good if we could trade it for, like, some of our coins back or something. Well, I'm spending money now. Man, I'm out here just like, what does that do? Streamlined. Koji has a better launch speed. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, give Koji a better launch speed. I'll swap out one of those tiers right there. Oh, wow, he moves a lot quicker. Jeez, I'm gonna actually have to account for that in terms of, like, the way that I've learned to play the game so far, and I've memorized the way that, like, he strikes things. I think, oh, there's a plant right there. Okay. Oh, I missed. There we go. I gotta get some health back. I took a little bit too much of a knock right there. When you get hit, do you lose a time? Oh, no. When I got hit, I think, it also looks like it makes Koji recharge faster. I'm going to assume that Koji is my owl. I'm going to assume that Koji is the name of my owl, which I think I'm probably on the ball right there. Yeah, it does look like it lets me throw a lot faster, too. So basically, the rewind time whenever I miss is a tad better as well when I got that thing on me. There we go. Get that nice little knock in there and get myself paid out. And then I'll show off, let's show off Lightning Bird. Thunderbird! See, Thunderbird travels through things, so if you got enemies in a line, Thunderbird's the way to do it. Don't forget to back Kickstarter. Oh yeah, Eagle Island. I think it's Eagle Island. We'll put that on screen for a minute, just in case you wanted to, like, go and help these developers out. There you go, pixelnix.net/Kickstarter. So that's where you can go if you wanted to support this game, and you want to see it become, like, a fully fledged game. Although, honestly, I've seen games sell on Steam that have less content and less design than this one already. That's kind of the sad part, is that, like, this game has already put in a pretty good effort by comparison to, like, 90% of the stuff that I look at on YouTube and Twitch every single week, so keep that in mind. Good lord. The bar for quality control has definitely dropped on Steam lately. It's been rough. Some things have no place on the channel, and some things have no place on Steam, and yet they still seem to end up there. Pretty sure I'm right about that one. Pretty sure I'm right about that one. It's just like, no, this weird little Gmod thing that you've done that's not actually like a real game with like real parts and real mechanics is not something that you can sell for $3.99. And the sad part is there are people that will buy it. And if like somebody makes one of those things and reinforces it and makes like, you know, let's say they sell 1,000 copies of something that they put up for like, oh, was going for the 3, couldn't get the 3, was trying to get the 3 out right there, but I just wasn't talented enough. They sell 1,000 copies at $4 a pop. You just reinforce that, like, putting up I'm gonna lightning these dudes. These dudes need to get lightninged right now. Lightning! Oh my god, that was so satisfying. That was the best. That was just absolutely perfect. Like, I'm trying to think of other things that are that satisfying. It's like when you put the spoons in the drawer and they all stack perfectly and none of them get out of alignment. It's just enemies drop more golden seeds. Yeah, sure. Drop your golden seed upon me, beautiful denizens of this world who I am slaughtering via weaponized owl. Drop your golden shower of seeds upon me. I deserve it. I deserve it. I've been working hard. It's been a long week. And deep down, what the shit is that? Ow. Can I freeze him? I don't know what I'm supposed to do to him. Ah, some enemies you gotta freeze and shatter. Gotcha. Cool, now that we figured that mechanic out, that was just my first thought, is like I threw the bird at him, it didn't work. Maybe I freeze him and then throw a bird at him? I don't know. He's kind of scary. Chests contain more gold seeds. Yeah, get rid of the compass. I don't care about the compass. Like, the compass is cool, but I'm gonna find every chest. Oh, we need a little bit of that bluebird action up in here, and then we'll swap that back. Put him on Chuck. See, we're weaponizing an owl right now. I feel like PETA would have a problem with that. But, like, so, to electrify an owl, what's the process to electrify an owl? Is it really quite as, oh, I died. There was actually mushrooms down there. I was not looking for those. And so, just like that, we're back to the starting level. That's what happens. I really can't wait to see what's going to happen with this game. I think that, honestly, if they add a little bit of an RPG aesthetic to it, where you use your coins to buy kind of like upgrades that are permanent, like health upgrades, increasing amount of the gems you can have, although that would in some ways cheapen the rune mechanic they have right now, where you slot in the runes, and the runes actually give you those things. I've been playing this game quite a bit in my free time, and there are runes that you get that increase the amount of like blue gems that you can carry, so that you've got far more reloads for your owls. Because while we're weaponizing out here, we live in a very free state. If we want to weaponize an owl, we're gonna do it. God damn it, that's the way that it works out here. This is America. We weaponize eagles first, but we'll do owls after that. Sorry, comment section. Sorry, comment section, but this is the way that it's gonna go here today. If I want the right to weaponize my owl, you better damn right believe I'm gonna weaponize that owl because of my freedoms. Because of my freedoms. We got the compass right there, so we'll throw that in. It's gonna help us find our lovely little chests. Although the electrification, so do owls hold charge better? Are they like little batteries? Like, do you hook them up to like a jumper cable and go, like, is that how you shock them? Or I don't know exactly how it works. I assume our character has a backpack on. I'm assuming the backpack is full of Chipotle for the fire owl. I'm assuming that for the icy owl, it's probably just got like some winter fresh gum in there, like some 5 gum or something like that. And then for the electric owl, I assume there's just jumper cables inside that bitch. I assume that's what we have inside of there. You're just like, all right, this is gonna be unpleasant, really unpleasant for just a second, owl. But I promise after that, people will bask in the radiance of your power. And the owl is like, yes, help me to grow, help me to become strong. Lightning will add to my repertoire of owly tricks. Perfect. I can't wait. I want to do the swimming too, but I guess we can't swim. I wonder if there's like an item that you can slot in that lets you swim good. Makes you swim mo better. Oh shit, I almost got eaten by that Zapdos. Ah, tried to get the 3 out right there, but I just couldn't. It didn't have the range. I tried real hard. I tried real hard, Nerd Castle. Please don't hate me forever. Come to me, gorgeous golden macaroon. Let me eat you with my mouth face. Oh, we have to do this again. Yeah. That was the one. That was the one. There will never be another. Just like that one. It was a truly unique experience in which I got to destroy you with an electrified owl. How frequently do I get to do that? Not very much, actually, all things considered. Like, I would love to destroy more shit with a weaponized owl. I really would, but the opportunities just don't come up in life. They just don't. I like the way that if you're careful with your shots, you can actually replenish your mana without losing any. Like, if you're very careful about the way that you deploy your special attacks, and you make sure that each special attack kills at least 2 dudes, you always end up with mana to replace whatever you lost. I think if I can get him right in that center tile, I can get a 3 combo right here. Ah, I messed it up. Messed it up because I'm not talented like that. I'm just not talented. My spatial awareness, pretty null actually as I've gotten older. It's gotten a lot worse. I first noticed it when I started playing FPSs like competitively again. Not like competitively, but like caring about FPSs, you know what I mean? Like playing FPSs and like watching my KD for like my progress and whatnot. Watching my win ratio and things like that. And man, as I've gotten older, my reflexes gotten so terrible. Little kids are making me look foolish on the internet right now. Because y'all got them like 7-year-old reflexes, dude. It's messed up. You don't even know. Someday when you're my age, you'll find out. And you'll be like, oh my god, I can't do any of the cool shit I used to be able to do because I'm just old now. I'm just old. But then you realize you've accumulated like some wisdom too. So you be like, yeah, I got a little bit of wisdom in there. Got some wisdom in the tank. Got some whiz in the tank, as it were, if you're trying to abbreviate like D&D stuff. Got him. Chalk them up. Roll that boy out in a coffin. All right, we'll grab whatever's inside of here. Looks like we've got gem slots. Oh, cool. Yeah, sweet. So that's the one that I was talking about right there, where it actually expands the amount of magical gems you can carry to power your owl. I don't know if we feed them to the owl. I don't know if they're owl suppositories. Dude, that would be the worst message. If I took my owl to the vet and they were like, sorry, man, you got to use this owl suppository. I'd be like, you want me to do what to this vicious creature? We ain't going to Steve Irwin this thing. Absolutely not. Not for a moment. I won't even consider it. The owl can just be sick. I'm not sticking my finger in there. Do you know how big an owl's beak is? You understand the bite force on an owl? He's not going to be happy about this. He's going to be upset. Like, he can't even consent to what's about to happen. Like, we know he feels bad, but if I got to give an owl a suppository, I get the feeling that's going to be a rough day. Almost got bit. Almost. But like my dad used to say, almost isn't. Almost isn't. I heard that a lot when I was a kid because I was a real big fan of half-assing things. I'm still a big fan of half-assing things. I do it all the time. I half-ass like most things, I think. It's very rare that I put a whole ass into any product that I'm trying to produce because, frankly, I only have the one ass, and it takes time to regenerate. And so if I give you, like... Oh, shit. Oh, I had to get it... Oh, Jesus. This is going so poorly. This is going so badly. I was desperate to get that 3 spot right there so that I can get some healing back in, but it did not go that way. Hopefully we'll find something that allows us to get some health back. Ooh, no health inside of that one. We got plenty of money. Got plenty of money, but let that be a metaphor. Money can't buy everything. Like the ability to annihilate your enemies. There we go. That'll give us a red gem right there. Will it? Well, something gave us health. And in either case, our hearts are a little bit more full than they were before. It's like we just watched like a Disney film or something. Shit! He got me. In the full game, this door will return to the hub world. Ah, so there's going to be like multiple worlds that you got to go through with your owl. I like that a lot. For some reason, I like hub worlds. It's organized and it makes me happy. Like one time, I went to this department store, and the department store had everything color-coded. Like everything in the store was a clothing store. And like every single section was color-coded. There was like a blue area, and there was like a red area, and like a purple area, and like a brown area, you know what I mean? And like it was really aesthetically pleasing. Like being inside of that place made me really happy. We got an unvisited map tile right there. I don't know why is the map icon like a little dude with a head? Oh, never mind. It's supposed to be like a map with a waypoint on it. I see it now. I had to look at it for a minute. Sometimes with pixel art it gets a little bit theoretical because you can only cram so much detail into like a tiny little area. And so you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, there it was. Trying to get that hit off right there. I'm really hoping they develop this combo idea. This combo idea is one that's incredible. incredibly addictive. Like, I find myself actually looking for excuses to combo on things super hard because the rewards are really good. Like, it's actually satisfying comboing on things too. They've done a good job with the response that the player gets from the game from all the various actions. Koji's attack range has increased. That's pretty cool. So he flies further now. Oh yeah, he flies a lot further. They've done a really good job. Like when you throw the owl, for example, you get that blink noise when the owl is ready to be thrown again. When the owl hits something, it doesn't shake the screen, but you get a very satisfying thud and it throws feathers. When you hit an enemy, you get a slight screen shift. Like that right there. You see how the screen shook? Ever so slightly, it makes it feel like you're throwing something that's weighty and that the impact matters. And that's a highly overlooked thing in games. Like, I see this a lot with developers, is that, like, the game is good, but it doesn't feel good to play. Like, it doesn't get you excited to use the stuff that's in front of you, like your toolkit or whatever. Whereas a game like this, it's very satisfying doing all the combos, because much like when you play a fighting game, you get that satisfying thud and knock as you lead into things and you like read frames. Like, it feels good. Like on a... ah, shit. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the shoulder button on accident, and it canceled out my combo. There we go. Yeah, there's a very satisfying feeling that goes into striking enemies with the owl, and if they can find a way to actually make the owl mechanic, the juggling, air hopping, double jumping, sustain yourself in the air mechanic with throwing the owl, I think they're definitely going to have a giant successful game on their hands, because people are going to play that, they're going to get addicted to it like I am right now. It's really satisfying lining up these combos and just in your head running through the proper way to do this in order to maximize the amount of cool shit that you get for doing the combo. Oh, I messed that up. I'm going to go something like that right there. Oh, I could have done a 4, and I didn't realize it. There was actually a little flower guy up on the shelf that I didn't see. But yeah, this game's called Eagle Island. This is the Kickstarter demo, which from my experience so far is better than most of the released alphas that I get that are being sold for money on Steam. The developers right now are desperately trying to get the financing together to make this game a reality, and from what I've seen so far, this is definitely a project that I can highly recommend. It's one of those ones that, even in the tech demo, you can tell that there's love and there's care inside of this, and the developers feel like they know what they're doing with regards to the platform mechanics and the things that make a truly satisfying title. Because, let's face it, at this point, we've been making platforming games since the 80s. A long, long time. We've been making platforming games. As gamers, we've been playing and making them for a long time. It's hard to reinvent the wheel, but every now and again you get a game that definitely locks in the formula and very clearly knows what it's doing, and Eagle Island is one of those games. So if you wanted to see this game happen, check it out on the Kickstarter link down below that I gave you. Aside from that, I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and I will see you with whatever comes next. If you wanted to see more Eagle Island, make sure to scream and shout and jump up and down and, you know, shake your tail feathers and whatnot. Make a big old racket, and I'll see what I can do. All right? See y'all later. Bye, everybody.